Hey, what's up, Queen? Glad you made it. Either one, it depends on the other platform. You could see the screen much more clearly, so it's up to you. Obviously, from my mobile device, I have to, share the screen like this, and I try to zoom in so you all can see it. Oh, you're welcome. No worries. I'm here to help however I can. What's up, LJ? All right, we're gonna get started here in just a second. And you know what's so funny about that, Queen, is I hate my voice. And so many people tell me they love it, but I hate it. So I appreciate you for that. It's going well, LJ. I took the AMD trade today. I made it would have been almost a little over 700, but I had a net gain of 562 dollars today for the AMD trade. Oh, really, Queen? Well, that's good to hear. I appreciate that definitely. Give me just a second. I'm going to grab some water and take a quick restroom break, and then I'll be right back, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Let's see. Yeah, LJ, you saw it. You saw it. That's good. it took to me it took too long to play out. So once I made a little bit of profit, um, like I said, I made 562. I was trying to wait to get to that $1,000 mark. Um, it did eventually reach that point, but I just went ahead and took profit because I don't like staying in trades that long. So I went ahead and took that profit and exited the entire position. Let's see. Queen says, yes, OFC, please take your time. Ready whenever you are. Appreciate your patience, Queen. Appreciate that. Let's see. Saved 85. Yeah, saved 85. I took a trade. I traded AMD today. Uh, I think I was in that position for roughly, I want to say 15 minutes max. I'll have to double check it. My profit today was $562 on that trade. Let's see. Share the live. Appreciate you, Queen, for sharing the live. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me check to see if everyone has their charts ready to go. If you want to follow along, if not, you could just watch my screen, and I'll go through it slowly so that way you all can ask questions, and we can get each of your questions answered. Appreciate you, Saved 85. Yeah, it took so long, but so I just decided to get out. Remember, or I don't know if you all seen this, but I talked about the scheduled news that was scheduled to drop today, and there was so much of it. This is why it was so choppy today. Forexfactory.com. Look at all of this red folder news, starting at 2 a.m. all the way down to 8:30. Like there's just so much news. And that's why I decided to get out with the profit, very quickly. Quick trade, in and out. I was on my way. All right, so let's see here. Let me know. I haven't decided on a format for these mock trades, so I'm gonna kind of play around with uh, some things and see which approach we like better. So what I could do is I already have my Thinkorswim brokerage account open. Let me pull that up here. Oops. Okay, so I have Thinkorswim open, and I now have both Thinkorswim and TradingView on screen. All right. So what we can do, we're going to trade the breakout and retest strategy for those who are new. Hey, what's up, Island Child Creations? Glad you made it. So we're going to use the breakout and retest strategy. So if you're new, completely new, and you haven't heard this explanation before, how this strategy works, just let me know in the live chat, and I'll provide a brief explanation. But I like to keep this mock demonstration flowing smoothly. So for simplicity's sake and for the sake of time, I will just, can proceed forward. All right. So we're using the breakout and retest strategy. What we have to do is now find a company to trade. So I have a few on the in my watch list that we can switch between and see what we find here. Wow, Nvidia looks nice. Let me check AMD since I traded it earlier. AMD might be a trade. Might have potential trade set up here. Let's check the others. IWM. This looks nice. Let's check a few more. Let's check Qs. QQQ. Now let me get rid of some of these drawings here. Yeah, you can see just within the few couple of stocks that, or the four stocks that I've seen so far, look at this activity. This is, you can see you really don't want to be in a trade like this long term. You really just want to get in and out. So we're going to look for some quick trade opportunities in this mess, in this in this sea of consolidation. All right. So let's see. Let's check SPY. Hmm. What I'm looking for is something maybe, I'd like to see something closer towards the 5 minute high that I have marked out. This line here on every chart that I'm navigating to, this line represents the 5 minute high. This is the highest point the stock price rose within the at the open within the first 5 minutes. And this line here represents the 5 minute low. So I'm looking for something near the 5 minute. Looks like SPY is setting up here. Let's take a quick peek at some other ones. Let's check Palantir. Okay, let's check Tesla. For those who caught my pre-market prep, look at how heavy Tesla fell. This is crazy. We talked about this even with news. So I didn't check to see what news might have dropped that caused this stock price to fall so dramatically. Let's check Apple. I don't really touch Apple, so I'm going to skip over Apple. Let's check Google. Okay, Google is looking nice. Nice V-shaped recovery. Looks like we might, yeah, it might be some continuation here because I like this push. Let's check Microsoft. Hold on, I think Microsoft had earnings today. Yeah, we don't want to trade Microsoft. Let's check Meta, make sure. Okay, so Meta, Microsoft is out of the picture. Let's see. Let's check Netflix. Oh, Netflix might be something. Hold on, let me check here. Yeah, let's look at Netflix. Hold on, let me check Amazon. Yeah, I like Netflix. I like Netflix. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at Netflix really quick and see. Hold on, let me check these other ones. Hims. Oh, wow, look at Hims. Hims took off. Hood. Yeah, Hood doesn't have anything. Let's see. Lily. Nothing for Lily. What about Coin? Uh, Coin might have. All right, so we'll keep an eye out on Coin and CRWV. So we have Coin and Netflix. Coin and Netflix. All right, so with Netflix, let me pull up my Thinkorswim. Let's navigate over to Netflix. Oops, wrong one. Okay, let me pause and see if we have any questions. Hey, what's up, K Dot? I see that you made it. Appreciate it. Glad that you're here. Let's see who else. Apple and Microsoft are always the opposite of what I think. Yeah, Apple is a. My mentor said that his suggestion was to focus on long term with Apple because you can make money that way, but intraday, which is the day trading part of it, yeah, not so much. All right, so let's take a look at Netflix. We want to get our confirmation screen ready to go because remember I said time is of the essence. And so you don't want to be distracted when you're trying to focus on, once you select the stock, one or two stocks that you want to focus on, you want to get everything ready to go. All right. So let's see. We're going to jump over to calls because we want to take a call, a position to the upside. Let's see here. We're going to choose. I'm going to try to choose the cheaper contracts here. The delta on these contracts is 0.27 if you're following along. 0.27, the strike price is 1192.50. 1192.50. 1192.50. So we have a ways to go. That's way up here. That's way up here. We're going to test and see. I haven't traded Netflix in a while. So we're going to test these lower or cheaper contracts on this trade here. So let me get everything ready. Now, let's be realistic about this, right? So we probably wouldn't buy $4,000 of this. So let's just focus on buying 3 contracts, all right, at $400 a pop. $400 a pop. That'll put us at $1,200. Let me know if you have any questions about that. So we have our confirmation screen ready to go. So we can click send. Now let's take a look at what we're looking for here. We don't want to chase price. So I'm going to stretch this out a little bit so you all can see. I'm going to stretch this out here so you can see it clearly on those of you on TikTok Live. All right, so remember, we're on the 1 minute chart. Now, price is getting away from us so far, but we need a retest. We need a pullback to a certain point because we don't want to chase price. All right, this is not, we're not guessing here. This is not playing the lotto. All right, so what are we looking for exactly? Well, if price comes back down, what we want to do is mark out. Let me activate my drawing tool here. We have a couple of options here. All right. So what I'd like to see is either a, hold on, let me draw it out quickly here. Let's just use this one here. Okay, cool. So I want to talk to you briefly about these key levels. All right. So we missed the initial entry. We did have an entry in this at this point here. We could have entered anywhere within the up close candles here. Nice opportunity. This would have been low risk, probably more of an aggressive entry. But like I said, even though price is pushing upward, we don't want to just jump into the trade anywhere. All right, because we don't know if the price will continue, if buyers will continue to step in aggressively and push the price higher. All right. So what are we looking for now? So what I'm looking for is a pullback to a certain key point, right? To a certain price level. You can see buyers are starting to step in some more and they're pushing the price higher. Let me zoom out. But I want to see a pullback. We almost had some resistance here from sellers. Very small down close candle. But what I would like to see is a down close candle or a sequence of down close candles back to this level. I would really love it if we pull back as low as this point here. All right. So how did I determine these 2 levels? Well, these are the down close candles within this trend. All right. So if we look at when this trend really began, if we mark out this point here, so after this, pullback here, you see, we have this pullback to this pricing zone. This is when buyers began to step in aggressively. You can see buyers stepped in and began to push the price higher. So this is the where the trend began. All right, the trend is up. All right, price is trending up. Remember, price can only go in two directions, up or down. So only two groups to be concerned with. And I want to use simplified language to explain these concepts. All right. So here's when the trend began. The uptrend began. All right. So we could have entered the trade if we, were observing the chart at the time. Obviously, we weren't. But this is when the trend began, and notice these down close candles here. So we have a set here, we have one here, we have one here, and then we have one here. This is a very, very tiny one, but so we're going to ignore that one for now. But what I would like to see is price sellers to push price lower to either this point or this point. All right. And the technical term for those who are interested, though, these are called order blocks. Since we're on the 1 minute time frame, these down close candles are considered 1 minute order blocks. All right. If you miss your initial entry for the break and retest strategy, then you can look for the retest of a order block depending on the time frame that you're using to enter your position. All right. Since we're on the 1 minute time frame, again, that means the duration of each candle that you see on this chart is 60 seconds in duration. All right. Don't forget that. If you're on the 5 minute time frame, then you could use the 5 minute order block, and I could switch very quickly to the 5 minute. You can see it's in line with the 5 minute chart, the higher time frame, right? We would like to see, look at this down close candle here. Look at this down close candle here. This is what's important. So you can manage your position. This is how you want to effectively manage your position, or manage uh, your decision to enter a trade or not. All right. So this is what we're looking for. A pullback to this would be considered the 5 minute candle. If I mark this out, let's do this. I'm going to use a mark here, change the color to, let's say, no, let's use green. Let's use green. Okay. And then I'm going to draw out the bottom of this and change it to red. Okay. And then let's switch to the lower time frame again, back to the 1 minute time frame. So now you can see here's the top of that 5 minute candle, the 5 minute down close candle. Remember, the green candles represents buyers, the purple candle represents sellers. All right. So what we're looking for, this is the top, the very top of that 5 minute candle on the higher time frame, and the red line represents the bottom of the 5 minute candle. So this is what I'm looking for. I could just spot it from the 1 minute time frame right now because I've been doing this for some time, but you can always switch to the higher time frames to draw out your key levels, because you don't want to chase price. There's always an opportunity for you to make money even if you jump into a trade, but the reverse is true as well, right? You can always lose your money, and more often than not, you'll probably lose more money than you gain. All right, so we don't want to chase price. Let's take a look at the higher time for the 15 minute. 15 minute looks good. So all we want is a pullback to this level, and then we can enter the trade. All right. So we have Netflix on the radar. Let's take a look at coin again. Let me pause and make sure I don't miss anyone's questions. Let's see. Give me a sec. Warrior of the Word. Yo, I love that handle. I love your handle, man. Appreciate that. Glad you're here. You said, what platform is this? So the chart that you're viewing is tradingview.com. Tradingview.com is a free charting tool. On the next screen, this particular tool is Thinkorswim. All right. This is where we will enter the trade for this mock trade demonstration. Okay. So this is tradingview.com, and this is Thinkorswim. Queen, you said, wow, I actually am understanding. Wow, appreciate that. Glad Glad, like I said, if you have any questions, just drop them in the live chat and I'll get you squared away. Let's see. Warrior of the World, think or swim, play. Appreciate you, Queen, for answering that. I'm just now getting caught up, so let me scroll through and make sure you all didn't answer the questions already. Appreciate you, Queen, for that. Look at my people, man. Y'all take care of me. I love y'all for that. I appreciate y'all, every single one of y'all. Let's see. All right, cool. So we're good to go. I don't see any questions. So it looks like we might have missed this opportunity, but don't fret. It might come back down. All right. A healthy trend, because this was a significant pullback here. This is a significant pullback. So we'll come back. We'll come back to Netflix. So let's hop over to Coin. This was the second. I'll leave the drawings up for Netflix, and then we'll mark out what we're looking for on Coin here. Coin looks like it's ready to go. Let's see what we got as soon as my chart finish loading. Okay, so all right, so let's take a look at this here. Let's take a look at Coin. Coin just touched the 5-minute low. Let me activate my drawing tool here. All right, so Coin just touched the 5-minute low. All right, this is the 5-minute low. This is the 5-minute high. For many of you, you might be able to see a couple of other key levels here on my screen. This is the pre-market high and the pre-market low. These are the yellow lines here and here. And then you have the previous day low and the previous day high. We're going to ignore the previous day high and the previous day low for now. Ignore the red and the green lines, okay? You can ignore those completely. They're not in play right now because the range of this stock, of the stock price for Coin, is within the 5-minute range, right? So within the 5-minute high and the 5-minute low. So that's what we're going to focus on, is the 5-minute range, all right? So we didn't do much. We haven't broke out above. Remember, the break and retest strategy requires a breakout above or below a specific key level. We're using the 5-minute opening range here. So we're waiting for a breakout above the 5-minute high or below the 5-minute low, all right? Earlier in the day, we did have a slight breakout, but we quickly pulled back within range. So it looks like sellers are stepping in aggressively. We might have a push below here. Let's take a quick look and see what Qs is doing. Is the market falling? Yeah, the market is falling. Market is falling. Look at Qs. Let's take a look at SPY quickly. Yeah, look at SPY. You know what? We might trade the indices. Look at this nice read. That was a quick retest. Whoa. Hold on. Let me see here. Are we on the 1 minute? Yep. Let's see what happens on SPY. We might trade SPY. Coin is not quite there yet. We need a breakout for that strategy, right? We need a breakout above. We can even use the pre-market high, but since we're so close to the 5-minute high, let's just use the 5-minute range. All right, we'll ignore the pre-market low for now. We'll use this as a key level if we break below the 5-minute low, though. So we'll use this as a target, potentially. But let's keep an eye out on SPY. We're going to ignore. We're going to ignore Coin for now. It's getting close to a setup, but let's jump back to SPY. We don't want to miss this. All right, let's see if buyers hold the 5-minute high. So let me get Thinkorswim ready for SPY. Okay, we're going to delete this. We don't need this. Let's jump over to SPY. ETF, S&P 500. We're going to select the, don't select 0 days. Let's go to July 31st. In fact, yeah, let's just do the July 31st. Okay, let's just do the July 31st. All right, let's choose the $263 contracts. So let's pick 3 of those. Or let's do 4. Let's do 4 contracts, okay? Let me change the order type from limit to, I know some of you on TikTok Live may not see this, but I'm changing the order type from limit. I showed you this before, from limit to market. And I'm going to have my send button ready to go. All right, we need the trigger ready to go because time is of the essence. Let me move this off the screen so we have more real estate. So we got 4 contracts ready to go in Thinkorswim. Oh man, we're still falling heavy. We're still falling for SPY. Oh, look at that. All right, so we might have an entry here. Buyers look like they might be. Wow, look at that. Look at that. You see it? Hopefully you all can see it. Let me zoom in for those of you on TikTok Live. Let's see what happens on this candle here. This wick shows us that buyers could potentially fight back and push the stock price higher. This is what we want. We want speed and momentum. Okay, we have 40 seconds and counting. If you can't see this my screen fully. We want a strong candle closure. Okay, see, that's why we didn't jump in just yet. I like that buyers are beginning to step in, but we have 25 seconds left and counting. We need a big push. I want to see a big push. Strong candle closure. That's going to let me know buyers are stepping in. 14 seconds and counting. 14 seconds and counting. Still didn't make it. Come on, buyers. What are you going to do here? What are you going to do here? They playing around. All right, so let's see the next candle. This candle just closed. Let's see if we get a big push on this following candle. All right, we get a big push from buyers, then we could jump in. But we need we need speed and momentum. That's what we're looking for. Speed and momentum. There we go. There we go. Let's be a little bit patient because today has been very, very choppy. Very, very choppy. All right, we got a lot of red and orange folder news. Yeah, you see, look, if we had jumped in there, we would have experienced a brief drawdown on the position. So that could have been anywhere between 10 to 90% of our position. Let's see if we get a big push and a strong candle closure here on this candle. All right, 7 seconds and counting. Oh, come on, let's get a big push here. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Let's watch for the next pullback here. Let's see if buyers maintain the 5-minute high or if we get a big push. All right, that's what we're wanting. That's what we want. That's what we want. What price? What price? These are the 636 calls. 636 calls. 636 calls. All right, here we go. Here we go. Nice push. Let's go ahead and jump into this trade here. All right, so we will experience some drawdown on this position. All right, remember, for this mock trade, our goal, I should have restated this before, but our stop loss limit, let's talk about that briefly. Our stop loss limit is, let's make it 4% on this trade. I usually do between 1 to 4%. We could even make it as high as 7% for this mock trade. You know, let's go ahead and make it 7%. Let's give it some room. So we're going to keep an eye out on this percentage. Okay. Now, what is our target? Our target is, let's do 7 to 10%. 7 to 10%. All right. That's our target level to begin scaling out of this position. All right. So let's take a look at the chart. We're approaching 4% already. So we've just made $48 on these 4 contracts. That was roughly, what was it? Almost $300 a piece. $300 a piece. All right. So let's zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to show you what we are looking for on the chart here. All right, so this is currently the high of day. Let's mark this as the high of day. Let's change this color. Let's change it to white. All right, this is one of two targets we could use. So we have several here. Let me draw this. Let me enable my tool again. So we could use the pre-market high as level 1. We could use the high of day as level 2, and then we could use the previous day high as level 3. All right, since we've, look at this drop. Look at this drop. That's significant. Like I said, that could happen in one candle. It could happen in one candle, but we don't panic, right? We stick to the game plan. Our stop loss limit is 7%. Our stop loss limit is 7%. So we're down 52. We were up $48, right? So this is what this looks like. So we don't panic. And the key is to choose a position amount that you're comfortable with. All right. Think about the total cost of the position. Ours is $1,100, almost $1,200. So let's just assume it's $1,200, right? Well, we can just make it $1,100 instead of the $1,132 because I want to use nice round numbers for this explanation. When I'm choosing this position and entering the position with given the total cost of $1,100, I'm like, okay, what's 10% of that? Well, 10% of $1,100. $1,100. Hold on, excuse me. Let me drink some water. Sorry. $1,100 is $110, right? So now we're getting close. All right, so we're falling. Now, what I'm going to do, I like it. Let's check the close of this candle here. That's what we want. I'm going to see if we break below. We got 30 seconds in closing. Let's see if buyers push back. I'm going to give it a little bit more room here. 10%. We're fluctuating between 10. Let's see if buyers fight back. If not, we're going to get out of the position. Let me get ready to close out. Going to switch from limit to market. Sellers are still pushing 7, 5. Okay, it doesn't look like they're going to. Okay, so it's time to get out. 15, almost 16%. Almost 16%. So let's go ahead and close out of this trade. Oh, are they fighting back? Nope. Let's get out of this trade. All right, so 16%, that equated to a little over 100. What was it? $160. Hold on, let me go back to the history. Man, what is that? I can't do that. Hold on, give me a second. Let me count this. And then let me know if you all have any questions in the live chat so we could talk about this. Now, if you want to, let's talk about the stop loss limit first. Let's talk about the stop loss limit first. Give me a second. Let me do this quick math here. 756 from 571. All right, so $185 loss, $185 loss. So we were up to 16%. Now let's talk about the stop loss limit. Remember, I said the stop loss limit is 10%. I manually stopped out of the trade. All right, so there's two ways we could have approached the stop loss limit. We could have entered the 10% in the system systematically, right? So that we could remove any and all emotion from the trade and let the system exit the position for us at 10%. I manually exited the position because what I wanted to do was give it a little bit more room to see if before the candle closed, if buyers would stand and begin to push the price higher. Why would I do that? Because based on experience, right? You want to wait. You can wait till the candle actually closes, if you're willing to accept a little bit more loss on that position. Okay, so I was willing to accept a little bit more loss on that position, but this will be your own personal decision when making a decision in that scenario, right? So if buyers did push back, then you would have seen the stock recover, and we would have proceeded with the position from there. But like I said, if you want to be, you know, if you want to stick strictly to a percentage amount, then you want to enter it into the system and set those conditions. I've already showed a few of you how to do that. And if you want, if we have another trade, I can put those conditions in the system, so we'll have that set for the following trade. All right. So any questions about this trade? All right. Let me stop, pause, and answer any questions you all might have regarding that trade. Okay. So let's see. I appreciate you, Queen. You very, very much. I appreciate all of you. Can we look at Nvidia from our last mock trade? It's going up. Yeah. Let's talk about that one. Let's talk about that trade. Let me wrap up and make sure no one has any questions on this uh, SPY trade. All right. Let's see. Did anyone catch what price he said? Call options. Yeah. Hopefully, Queen, did you catch that when I mentioned it? Let's see. I might not have said it when I entered the trade, so I apologize about that. But yeah, it was the 636 calls. 636 calls. Let's see, Bryson. Hey, what's up, Bryson? Glad you're here, man. Man, I need to learn this. I'm broke as yo. I'm glad that you followed. Glad that you were able to tap in and discover this live session, because I will definitely help you get squared away, man. So feel free to DM me for a free or for an invite to the free community. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this trade really quick. All right, let's do a quick recap. Remember when we entered the trade, you saw how quickly we pushed to that 4%. If our target was 4%, we quickly made like $50, right? So we could have exited that position, and you can enter that condition in the system systematically as well. All right, so you can do that too. Um, but we waited. We set a target because I wanted to see how the trade would develop. So we set a higher target of 10%. Obviously, we didn't make it, but I'm glad that this happened, because you could see that even though the stock or the trend might push, this is why I was waiting for more speed and momentum, because of this. Because of this, it could happen. I mean, everything could be correct. You could have done your technical analysis. Sometimes the trade just doesn't work out, which is why you always want to have a predetermined goal in mind and a predetermined stop loss limit in mind before you enter the trade. All right. This is not guesswork. All right. I wanted to demonstrate a couple of things within this mock trade. So hopefully you all grasped those concepts. And if you need me to drill down in any part, just let me know, and I'll go ahead and provide a more in-depth explanation. Okay, let's take a look at, if there's no further questions about this trade. We did take this. This was a red trade, unfortunately, but that comes with trading. All right, we accept the risk every time we enter into a trade. All right, so let's take a look at Nvidia. Let's take a look at Nvidia. Look at Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Oh man, it dropped. It dropped because look at Q's. Q's is dropping. SPY is dropping. Choppy day. Let's go back to Forex Factory, everyone. Let's take a look at red and orange folder news. What time is it? It's 1:56. 1:56, close to 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. So look at what we have ahead. Look at what we have ahead. All right. This is why we need to stay abreast on the scheduled news that's dropping. And then also, remember, I mentioned you can always check out a stock specific news just within TradingView. This is, I don't know how it works for every other chart platform, but within TradingView, you can simply click on in the right pane the link for that chart. It will open up a new tab, and then you can simply click the news tab and you'll get news that's specific to that stock. All right. So we had quite a few scheduled news, red folder news that dropped within this time frame. So we have 1:30 FOMC press conference. All right. So this is the Fed. And then we have three, just a few minutes here. President Trump is going to speak. So the market could go crazy. Right, just keep that in mind. So a lot of people are going to sell off because they're looking to exit their position before this happens, before Trump speaks, because when he drops a bomb, things could get out of hand, right, in the markets. All right, so we're waiting to see. He might say something about Fed, one of the Feds, in his speech. All right, so yeah, this is crazy. So there's a huge sell-off right now. Qs and SPY. So the market is falling. All right, let me see. Do you all have any questions? Let's see, Queen. I took a 731 call for SPY. Does that mean I could still monitor it for tomorrow just to see how it moves? 731. No, remember, I wouldn't stay in that position because a call position right after the Fed speech and Trump's speech, the market could significantly, continue to fall significantly. So no, I would not enter a position and let it sit overnight. Okay, what I would do is wait until. Here's what I would do. I can't tell you all what to do because it would be illegal to do so if you're not licensed, if you're not a licensed financial advisor. So here's what I can do. I can only suggest what I would do. Right now, the market is set to close in an hour. All right. So it's 2 p.m. Central. It will close at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Typically around that 2:30 mark, you could even potentially catch a quick move to the upside. All right. A quick move to the upside. And then you would look to exit your position, once you secured your profit. All right. So that's what I would do. All right. Let's see. Decree, what's up? Decree with a Dree. I love that. That's why Queen said, thank God for paper money. For real facts. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. If you would, you saw that when we entered the trade for SPY, we quickly made $50. So that's where we could have, systematically entered that condition. Like, as soon as we reach, 3.5%, go ahead and get me out. And you would have caught that $50 gain from those four contracts. But yeah, it could happen quickly. And so, yeah, you don't want to be, you don't want to get caught. You don't want to get caught. Man, this thing is still falling. Jeez. Where do we start? Oh, see, okay, yeah, we're definitely falling, yeah. So we wouldn't want to keep any positions overnight currently. All right. Any other questions? So we have three. Let's see what ahead of Powell's next move. Let me do a refresh, see if we get any new news. Nope. Any other questions? Let's see. Imagine no stop loss on that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. All right, so let's talk about NVIDIA. Let's talk about that NVIDIA trade. Let's talk about that NVIDIA trade that we did. Now, man, I would have loved to see what the price, what the gain was, excuse me, at this point. But I did take a snapshot and I posted that in the free community. I posted that in the free community in the Trader Lab, in the Traders Lab main, in the Traders Lab main, and you can see. Let me pull this up on the screen too, so everyone else can see this too. I did take a screenshot a little bit earlier today, but that was before. That was before it hit this high. So I think that was around this point here. I think that was around here. When I took this screenshot, that was before we reached this high. So this would have been even more money. So one contract, one contract at the time when I took this screenshot, one contract of $80. Again, these are the cheaper, lower delta contracts, and many people believe you can't make money with these. But I've been doing it for the past 3 months, just testing that claim out, right? So I've disproved that claim. Now, obviously, there might be way more research to conduct, right? But as it stands, for the past 3 months, I've been trading these cheaper, lower delta contracts, and I have generated a net profit of over $8,000 trading these cheaper contracts. All right. In this example, in this trade, in this mock trade, and the money I made obviously was real money. I could have paper traded these tests, but for me, mentally, it's not the same, right? When I'm paper trading with paper money versus how I would react with my real money. All right. I want to feel that pressure. I want to feel that nervous sensation, right? And I don't necessarily get that when I'm in a paper trade, but it's definitely good for practice. So I encourage everyone to build up confidence in the strategy via paper trade. Um, but you'll see you may experience a distinct difference when paper trading versus live trading with your real money. So yeah, one $80 contract would have gave you a net gain of $200. So obviously, once we reach this point, over 179.80, that could have been maybe $300, all right, or 250, 250 or $300. All right, so yeah, where can I read the news? Rossi, what's up? Rossi 33. So if you're on TradingView, do you have TradingView? Do you use TradingView? I don't know where you are, but this is tradingview.com. Tradingview.com. This is a free charting tool, and you don't have to create an account. You don't have to create an account. Let's go from scratch. Let me show you. I'm gonna pull up a incognito window. This is incognito. So I'm just gonna type in tradingview.com. Tradingview.com. Okay, tradingview.com. Oops, move this off the screen. Sorry. All right, tradingview.com. Are you there? Yes, I do. Mystery. Huh? All right, so if you're on tradingview.com, remember I'm in Chrome Incognito. Chrome Incognito. And where you would go from this point, this is what you should see on your screen if you're on a tablet or a laptop or desktop. All right. On the mobile view, like on a smartphone, it might appear slightly different. But what you would do is select products, and then super charts. And this is what you'll see. It'll navigate you to a chart, and that chart by default might be Apple. Rossi, you said, sorry, this phone doesn't write. I was a little confused. I was like, huh? So let me know if you're in the right place. Tradingview.com. We clicked on products, and then we selected super chart. And then that took us or navigated us to this default chart. For you, it might be Apple as well. You got it? Okay, now when you're whatever chart you're in, we're in NVIDIA right now. So if you click on the search field, it'll pull up this dialog window for you to enter a new ticker. All right. And so we're going to type NVDA. I'm just using this as an example, but the same is true for any other ticker. NVDA. And then make sure that you're selecting the one that has to the far right of it, NASDAQ. All right. So you click it, and that will open up the NVIDIA chart. That will open up the NVIDIA chart. And then over to your right, there's a link, a hyperlink there. And all you have to do is click it. If you're on a laptop, tablet, or desktop, it will open up a new tab. And it should do the same on your mobile device, on your smartphone too. But sometimes I think the iPhone, I notice when you open up a new tab, it hides the initial new tab initially, and then you have to kind of navigate to that new tab manually. But once you click that link and it opens up a new tab, then all you have to do is click on this news tab. All right. And you'll see news specific to the stock of choice or whatever stock you selected. All right. So oops, let me minimize this. All right, so look at NVIDIA. All right, so wow, nice pushback. All right, buyers are fighting back. Buyers are fighting back. So look at this trade. I want to talk a little bit about this trade here. I provided these details for those of you who are already in the free community. I provided these details in Traders Lab Main just a moment ago. I did this at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. All right, so here are the details. We entered this trade July 28th. All right. We took the 180 strikes, the 180 strike price, 180 call, the 180 calls. All right. So the 180s, for those of you who are completely new in the option chain, let me move this out the way. When I say 180, I'm in something else. What am I in right now? What is this? SPY. Hold on, let me switch to NVIDIA. Okay, so when I say 180 calls, this is the number that I'm referring to for those of you on the live that are completely new to trading. When I say 180 calls, I'm talking about buying a contract at this row 180 calls on the left side. Remember, I talked about in the beginning, the left side represents the buyers, the right side represents the sellers. So calls mean are for buyers, puts are for sellers, longs are for buyers, shorts are for sellers, right? The price can only go in two directions, up or down. All right. So that's very, very easy to remember. Price can only go in two directions, up or down. So there's only two groups to be concerned about, right? Price can only go in two directions. So we bought the 180 calls, the 180 calls. Now look at this. We bought the 180 calls, and the contracts at that time was only $80 per. All right. The contracts at that time, 2 days ago, was only $80 per contract. You see now that when you go back into your brokerage account of choice, whether it's Thinkorswim, Webull, or what have you, the current value of the contract or cost is 180. So it grew in value $100. $100. So your $80 would have brought you home $100. This is why I said all you need is a little bit of money to start growing your money. The name of the game is to have money growing for you overnight while you sleep, while you're out, doing fun and leisurely things, or whatever you're doing while you're at work. But all you need is a little bit of money to start. All right. So you don't need a whole lot. And you can trade these similar contracts. Any other questions? Let's see. Queen says, I will be back, have to step away. Okay, got you, Queen. Any other questions? Appreciate all the likes and all the follows. Any other questions? All right, so what we did on the 28th of July was we bought 10 contracts, 10 contracts, 10 contracts. So I want you to pay very, very close attention to this part of the explanation, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Because if, for example, you can afford to buy $800 worth of contracts, that's fine. That's why I said if you had just bought one contract, that one contract would have netted you over $100, right? Over $100. It was well over $100, right? We saw on the chart. Look how high we pushed. So it was well over that. Let's see. It looks like we're getting close. Buyers are really pushing this stock price, man. That's crazy. I started to, jump in, but since we're already in this position, I'm like, never mind. Let's just stay with where we are. But look at this. The name of the game is start somewhere, right? Start if you only have a little bit of money, start with that, and then consistently grow your money. Rinse, repeat every week, and then as your money grows, the next step is to buy more contracts. All right. Did you all hear me? The next step is to buy more than one contract. All right. Then you can focus on scaling. We bought 10. And that's why I want to highlight this. I want to make sure everyone can see this clearly here. Hopefully you all, let me pick up the phone for those of you on TikTok. Let me make sure you all can see this. Okay. So we have 5 contracts left, and the contracts do not expire until 2 days from now. This will be Friday. All right. Look at how much money these contracts are worth. So the 5 contracts we had cost $400, and it brought us $540 more. $540 more. That's what you see in the open column. So if you could afford $400, then you would have bought 5 contracts. If you only could afford one, you would have bought 1 contract. Does that make sense? So you would have made This is what I talk about making money. $400 would have brought you double. Where can you do that? Where else can you do this? Where else can we do this? So that's the key. That's the key. So keep that in mind. Do you have any other questions? Thank you. How can I learn more with you? Yeah, Rossi, all you have to do is tap in. Just DM me for an invite to the free community, and we will be continuing to do, live trades, live mock trades. I'll be granting you all free access to my mentor. I'm learning from my mentor. I've only been day trading for these past 3.5 months. All right. Because of how well my mentor explained these concepts and the frequency at which they, show how these concepts or strategies work. And even at the end of every week, they do a weekly recap and they go over so many questions. Like everyone in their free community, well, their community isn't free. I had to pay $3,500 to join it. But everyone in the community, I mean, there's thousands. They're asking so many questions, right? And so they're asking questions that you were thinking about, and then also questions that you didn't think about just yet. And so you're able to really learn. If you're trying to learn, you're really able to learn. So I was really able to pick up a lot. I took very, very thorough notes. So I'm happy to share. I'm happy to share my notes with you all. But I'm just going to show you a quick peek of my notes that I was taking from. Where is it? Trading. Is it guide? I think it's guide. Yeah, here we go. So when I began, oh, you can't see this on. Hold on, let me make sure you can see this on my other stream. Let's do this. Share. All right, cool. All right. So now everyone on every streaming platform can see this. All right. So I took very, very thorough notes. I wanted to understand the different candle types and how they work, when they open, how they close, and so forth. So I took very, very comprehensive notes on this information. So that's why I like to thoroughly study, so I can explain and use simple language to explain it to other people. Okay. So yeah, I took notes to really understand what I'm looking at. And that's why I can say with confidence that there's so much to learn when trading stock options, but you do not need to learn A through Z before you start to make money and grow your money. Okay. Keep that in mind. There's so much to learn. There's so many terms to learn, different terminology and things of that nature, so many different things and concepts of trading to learn, but you do not need to learn A through Z before you begin making money. Okay. I want to drill that home to everyone on the live. I'm going to help point out to you the very, very basic fundamental parts of what you need to learn. And I'm not going to use the terminology to confuse you. I'm going to use simple language, something that's relevant to what you use every day, right, in life. So it can hit home, so you can have those hooks, in our mind. Our mind needs those hooks in order to, hold on to it. Otherwise, we'll lose it, just as quickly as we heard it. All right. What do we retain? I think it said 10% of is it 10% of what we hear? 20% of what we read? I forget which one is which. Yeah, I think it's 10% of what we hear. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, Rossi, I got you. So if you DM me, I'll grant you free access to the free community. And I will share with you everything for free. All right. Everything that I've learned and everything that I continue to learn for free. All right. I'm never going to ask you all to pay a single cent. All right. Never. So I don't even require that you follow me or like my content. That's not the goal here. The goal, you want to know why I'm doing this? I just simply want to pay it forward. This is a tremendous skill that I believe they should be teaching this in school. All right. They should be teaching this in middle school. All right, middle and high school. All right, because this is a skill everyone needs to have. So you don't have to settle, for some title loan or some payday loan or some high interest rate loan. Okay, you're gonna hear me say this or repeat this several times. All right, this is why I'm doing this. Okay, the economy, with the present state of the economy and what's expected or what's coming in the future, prices are only going to continue to increase. All right, that's just the nature of the beast. For as long as we continue to borrow money into existence, that's what's going to continue happening. All right. So it won't be enough to live paycheck to paycheck. It just won't be enough. And then if we go through, for heaven forbid, or God, for those of you, I don't mean to offend anyone, I do believe, but so I'm not trying to offend anyone, but hopefully that doesn't happen, right? That we don't go through another terrible, traumatic pandemic like we just went through. So so many people lost their jobs. So many people lost their jobs, but guess what was still moving and still running? The stock market. The stock market. Okay, so even if those people who had lost their job, if they had this skill, look how you could have went in 2 days and grabbed $500, $600. Okay, this skill is important. It's that important. All right, that's why I want people to develop this skill. I'm sorry, y'all. I went on a little rant. Let me go back and answer some of these questions. Let's see. Decree with the dream. I love the ad of that. Wow. Let's see. Let's see. I got you. I got you, Rossi. That's awesome. Yeah, I got you. Question. Decree with a dream. Am I saying that? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Am I enunciating that correctly? Let's see. Do you have to paper trade? My What I'm doing is helping everyone develop confidence within the strategy. All right. When I first began learning this strategy, when I entered my mentors mentorship program, I started paper trading, but I was also live trading. I was doing both. I was doing both. And then I began journaling. I started with um, a large position. I made some money. So I took like 10, $20,000 positions. I ended up making like 20,000 that first week. My first week trying it, and then I started to practice. I was like, well, let me like really focus on learning this strategy, and I don't want to risk too much money. So I scaled all the way down and started to take smaller positions, and then I began testing these cheaper contracts. But simultaneously, I was trading the larger positions so that when I go back to trading those larger 10 to 50K positions, I will have an idea of what to expect, because my mentor, that's all he does. That's all he does. So he makes a lot of money every single week, man. It's crazy. So did that answer your question, Decree with the Dree? Rossi, thank you. I appreciate it. That help. No worries, no worries. I got y'all. I texted. Let me see. Grace, you said you sent me a DM. All right, let me check. Let me see if I got it. Let me see if I got it. Okay, I got you. Let me send that to you. Give me a sec. Let me send you the the invite to the free community. Give me a second. I'll get that over to you. I don't know what you want. I don't know what to call you. Is it Black Heart underscore Black Heart, or I see Q way too. Is it way too hard? But I see you. I see you. I just sent you the invite to the free community. So you should be good. Let me know if you have any issues. If you get blocked anywhere, I'll get you unblocked. All right. Let me see. Eagle 18. I see you as well. How long does it take to learn? It depends on the person. It just depends on the person. Like I said, it took me, I've been trading for the past 3.5 months. And so the past 2 months, I've been consistently profitable. Um, in that the first month I was profitable, but that was toward the end of April. And then May was a little bit of a struggle. I can show you all on my journal if you want to see that. But yeah, May was a little bit of a struggle. I was profitable, but then there was some things I hadn't learned yet. And so I overstayed in a few positions and suffered a loss greater than what I needed to. But I think I made 5,000 in May. I made $5,000 in May, but I lost 7,000. So I was in the red for the month. And then you can see, when you look at June and July, I just took off. Let's see. So let's see, Rossi. Yep, you're right. They such teach this. Yeah, exactly. Decree with a Dree. No donations for a cup of coffee. Yo, like if I could share a donation link. I have PayPal for people who just want to donate. I think that's fine. But what I would say is stay tuned for like some of the because my background is software engineering. I've been doing that for the past 10 years, right? So I'm working on this app. And I think this is what's really going to be great for many of us. And we'll talk about this much later, but yeah, stay tuned for that. And then if you want to contribute, and donate to help that grow, that would be great. Let's see. Rossi says, I will text you. Thanks again. Cool. I see you. I see you, Rossi. It just came in. It just came in. Let me get you squared away. If you want to try to access the community now while we're on the live, that way I can help unblock you. If you get blocked somewhere, go ahead and do that. Rossi, I just sent you the free link. You should be good to go. Hey, what's up, JH? I see you. I just saw your message come in. Let me get you squared away as well. All right, JH530, I got you squared away. Now, when you join the free community, please don't select the subscription path. All right, that's for something totally unrelated. Don't select that option. Right, select the free path, and it should take you right into the free community. When you get in, the moment you get in, you'll look to your left, and you won't see anything off to your left. Right, there won't be anything in the left navigation pane. I have to set your permissions. So as soon as I see you in the free community, I will quickly set your permissions, and then you will see all the trading related channels. Okay. Let's see. All right. So let me know if you all are trying to get in. Once you get in, just let me know that you're in, and then I'll go ahead and set your permissions so you can see the channels in the free community. Is it Rosalind? Rosalind, I want to learn so bad. I will be following hard. Yo, I'm glad you're here, Rosalind. DM me if you want the invite to the free community, and I'll get you set up as well. Okay. Or is that you? Wait, no, that's not you. You're not Rossi, are you? No, Rossi 33. That's different. No, I'm getting you all mixed up. Apologies about that. Yeah, just DM me, Rosalind, if you want to get access to the free community. Yeah, Decree with the dream says she too. Let's see, months. I'm excited now. Exactly. That's good to hear. Is that you? Did you just Vontae? I see you. You trying to get in? All right. Let me send you the invite to the free community. There you go. You're squared away. All right. Let me double check the free community. Make sure I don't want to miss anyone. All right. Cool. Okay, you got it, Rosalind. Rosa, am I mispronouncing your name? I feel like I'm mispronouncing your name. Is it Rosalind? Am I saying it correctly? Rosalind? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Don't you hate when people mess up your name or mispronounce your name? Yeah, I'm like, I hate that. All right, cool. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. You said it drives you crazy. Yeah, I know. It's like, and I'm like, man, I do not want to mess up this person's name, and so I just try to be careful and quickly ask, like, yo, how, just let me know how to pronounce it, because I might make a mistake, but please be patient with me. All right, so yeah, I'll get everyone squared away. If you all you have to do is copy and paste. If you're on a mobile device, if you're on a mobile device like a smartphone, right, and you're trying to access the link, because obviously TikTok will not let you tap on the link and then navigate you to the website. You'll have to long press the message with the link, and then it'll bring up a dialogue to copy. So you'll get the option to copy the message, paste it somewhere, erase all the other text, and just copy the link. In fact, if you want me to just send you the link to the free community just by itself, so you can long press that specific message and then just copy and then paste it into a browser on your smartphone, then yeah, just let me know if you had, because a few people had difficulty, and then I just sent them the URL by itself, and then they were able to long press, copy, and then paste it in the browser, and they were fine. All right, cool. Well, if there's nothing else, if you all don't have any further questions, we could end this live. Unless you want me to talk about my trade today with AMD. But other than that, I don't have anything else to go over. Our goal today was to do a mock trade and to do a recap for that mock trade, and we did do that. Um, Gotta go. I'm driving now. I got you, Rosalind. We'll connect later. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Yes, Rossi 33. Yes, Elam Enterprise. Yes, that's correct. Elam Enterprise. That's me. That's me. Anthony Elam. Elam is my last name. Anthony Elam. That's me. Interestingly enough, I found out not too long ago that my last name is not truly my last name, because my father's father, that wasn't his original last name. That was actually a name that it was changed to. So no, 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 Rossi. Everything is free. So you might see a option for the subscription. Ignore that. That's for something totally unrelated. All right. So it's a free community. Everything that I provide to you all that's trading related is free. It's free. All right. So I would never ask you to pay. If you get a message from someone looking like me with my picture or something like that, and they're asking you to pay, that's not me, because I don't need any money from anybody. So it's not me at all. So block them, block them ASAP, like quick. All right, because it's not me. You're in. All right. So let me double check and see if I see you. Let me see if I see you. Is that you under RJ? Is that you under RJ? Because I just see a person that says RJ. That's you. Yep. All right, cool, cool. All right, now, so off to your left, you won't see anything on your screen. I just have to quickly set your permissions, and then you'll see all of the trading related channels. Give me a second to do that. Okay, so I just set your permissions, Rossi. So you're good to go. All you have to do is refresh your screen or your browser, and then you'll see the trading channels over to your left in the left navigation pain. JH530, you said please send you the link. Okay, let me do that for you. Okay, so I just sent you the message with just the link. So again, all you have to do is long press. If you're on a mobile device, all you have to do is long press that message. It should bring up a option to select copy, and then just paste it into your browser, and you should be right in. Rossi, all right, thanks again, my friend. You're very, very welcome. Glad to help. Feel free to drop as many questions as you all feel necessary. The goal is to help you learn, so don't be afraid to ask as many questions as necessary, all right? I am happy to help. Just keep in mind, I am a team of one. All right, I'm a team of one, so it might take me some time to get to everyone if a bunch of questions come in, but I will answer every single one, all right? All right, cool. You're in? All right, cool. Let me double check and see if I see you. Let me make sure I see you. MTP? Are you MTP? Is it MTP? That's you? All right, cool. All right, give me a second. Let me set your permissions. And then you'll see the channels, all the trading related channels off to your left. All right, give me just a second to do that. Okay, cool. So you're good to go. All you have to do is refresh your browser window, and then you'll see all the trading related channels off to your left. You will be good to go. Hey, everyone. Appreciate you all dropping in. Thank you all for the likes, the follows, the support, the love, everything. I didn't even expect this type of response. All right. But man, my heart is filled with joy. I'm just happy to help and pay it forward because I want as many people as possible to learn this skill. So you can have the same confidence that I have to go into the market at any week, any day of the week, and grab you some money. Grab you some money. What do you do now? Well, what do you want to do? So here's what I would recommend. I'm providing some resources, whatever questions, wherever you want to begin, just let me know because that's the goal, right? Everyone learns at a different pace. So just let me know what you want to do. If you want to get started from scratch, let's say, assuming you don't have any prior knowledge of day trading stock options, what I would do is refer you to my mentor's playlist on social media. He has a playlist that's beginner friendly. And I've been suggesting folks who are starting from scratch to watch the first 6 videos in that playlist. Not all of the videos, just the first 6, because there are many, because it goes through a lot of different concepts. All right. So I suggest that you watch the first 1 to 6 videos. And as you're watching the 6 videos, jot down your questions, all right, and the timestamps at which the question occurred in your mind. Just jot down the timestamp of the video and then make sure you record that so we can quickly jump into that. Within the free community, we can, organize the information, answer all your questions, do a one-on-one, all of that good stuff. So wherever you want to start, that's how we can do it. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, yeah. So I provided, do you see the source, the resources? Hold on. I'm sorry. I put it under my mentor's social media. My mentor's social media. Do you see that? My mentor's social media. So if you go to, and I'll pull this up on the screen too. So since you're looking for it now. All right. So if you click on, I'm going to pull this up on the screen so you all can see this. Let's see. All right. So if you're on this channel, right, my mentor's social media, then you'll see right here, my mentor, he goes by his handle is Scarface Trades. Scarface Trades. His real name is Tony. All right. And Jack is his number 2 pro trader. And so if you click on the link, it'll take you to his channel. And all you want to do is click on the playlist. All right. I can't mention the name in TikTok because TikTok will assume I'm trying to push people off the platform onto a new platform. And they've been flagging me for mentioning these different names. So that's why I just say generic terms. All right. So they'll flag me, then either kick me off the live, and then I have to appeal. And then they say, oh, we're sorry. And then they grant, re-enable my privileges. So, but yeah, this is where you go. Click on playlist, and then you should see this one here. Right? How to start trading from beginner to pro. This is really, really good. And so there's 22 videos. You only need to begin by watching the first 6 because we need to go over a couple of things and solidify your understanding. And I can help you with that. I can help fill in the gaps. If there's anything you need me to further explain, and if there's any question that I cannot answer, I will gladly forward the questions over to him in the mentorship community, and they will answer that question. And once I get a reply, I'll go ahead and forward the answer back to you. All right, so he's who I've been learning from for the past 3.5 months, going on 4 months. Now, when let me tell you, when I started watching his videos, I came across his videos right first. And because I was looking for someone who was trading Tesla specifically, I wanted to find a mentor who was successful at trading Tesla. And I came across his videos. And the first week I began watching his videos, I made 20K just using what I learned from his videos. So that's why I decided to sign up for his mentorship. And it's been a really, really great deal. All right, let's see. So let me know if you have any questions. Let's see, Queenly. Wait, how do you watch these videos? I was distracted with my baby. Oh, I'm sorry, Queenly. I got you. Congratulations on the new baby too, as well. So what you do, I have the link I can't paste any other social media links within TikTok. I can't even DM those links because they flag me. So even though you're asking for it, I still get flagged. I tried to do this with quite a few people already, and it just kept rejecting it. So what you have to do is follow along on the screen. You don't have to DM me if you don't want to join the free community that I have right now, right? So you don't have to DM me for the free community if you don't want to join the free community. If you simply want to begin watching videos that my mentor has made publicly available, and keep in mind, everything that he does, he discusses in these videos, all right? And he has a ton of them, all right? He has a ton of videos. All you have to do is ask me if you need guidance or direction. But he's who I've been learning from. All right. So I just want to provide you all with the source. But here's where you go, Queenly. Just follow along. Let me show you the beginning. Okay. Let me go back. And let me show you the URL. Let me pull this up because I can't say it because TikTok will flag me. But here's the URL. Yeah, they won't let me DM this link. They won't let me DM this. They keep flagging me every time I try to send it to people. So here's where you would go. So I can show you all this way. You don't have to DM me. If those who are DMing me, they're DMing me for a invite to my free community, so they can continue to tap in and stay in sync with me. But you don't have to DM me if that's not what you're looking for. If you just want to see my mentors videos, the content that he's been creating, because if you watch those, you should be fine as well. All right. It just depends. If you have, you can always DM me if you want to join the free community. It's available, and I'll get you in, and we can go from there as well. But once you navigate to that site, here's where you would go. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and do this. Once you're on that page, then you will click on playlist, the playlist tab. All right. And then once you click on the playlist tab, this is the playlist that you want. Now he has 22 videos. I was just sharing with someone else. I was just saying for them, they wanted to know where to start since they joined the my free community. So I said, watch the first 6 videos, and then once you're done, let me know, and we'll proceed from there. We'll go over that so I can help you solidify your understanding of these concepts, and then we'll begin to practice. So that's where you would go. Does that answer your question, Queen Lee? Let's see. Thank you so much. You said, "Oh, no worries. You know, I got y'all. I got y'all. I got y'all covered." Let's see. Don't worry about the beginner's link since you just shared it. Thanks. Okay, cool, cool. I got you. Decree with the Dree. Let's see. Oh, I already DM you for the link. Da, da, da. When we, it's all right. I don't want you to get into trouble. Thank you for that. Because they be flagging me. And all I talk about is financial related information. And so their AI bot just listens to those keywords and they like, oh, we kicked you off the live because of potential scam. I'm like, why would I be scamming people? I'm not trying to scam anyone. But, I just have to appeal and then they re-enable it. Yes, thank you so much. I love it. I appreciate that. Glad that you got what you came for. All right. So with that said, I think I got everyone squared away, and that's it for this live session. Unless you guys want to go over the trade that I took today with AMD. But other than that, I don't have anything else. So just let me know. If not, we can end this live. Unless you all have any other questions. Oh, you want to go over it? Okay. Yeah, even if it's just one person, I'll stay on the live to go over the trade. So it's up to you all. So let's see. Let me bring up the trade here. Let me close this. I can close this. All right, so let's jump into AMD. What? Oh, went dark there. Decree with the drink said you didn't want to be. Yeah, like one of the members in the free community, I decided to. They wanted to go live just to do a mock trade, so they was the only one initially that requested it. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So even if it's just one person, I'm happy to help. It doesn't have to be, like a group. So we could do it within the free community. We don't even have to go live, but since I know other people are interested, I just go live so other people can catch it as well, like some of you did today. All right, let's talk about this trade. And if you have questions, just drop them in the live chat and I will answer them. All right, so hold on, let me grab some water. All right, let me pull up. Yeah, let me close this. I don't need this anymore. And hold on, let me switch this for a quick sec. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so as you can see now, I'm just going to briefly show. This was the profit for today, $562. So let's talk about this this trade on AMD because it was a mess. It was a mess. Let me just say that. It was a mess. Let's see. I think I see. It was a mess. Let's talk about when I got in. Excuse me. So you can see here are the trades here for those of you on TikTok. Let's see. Today was all the way at the bottom. So the first trade, I took 2 trades today. When is this? 8:44, starting at 8:44. So just 2 trades, and we're going to go over that. So here in just a sec, let me set this up properly here. All right, so let's look at the chart. So I had to look at when I got in. So 8:44, and the next one was when did I get the 30? Is that 3? Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me find this. That is weird. Oh, here it is. Okay, so 8:55 and 8:44. All right, so these are the 2 entries, 8:44 and 8:55. So let's go to the chart. And I'm on the 1 minute time frame for those of you who are wanting to follow along on your trading view. I'm on AMD, and the time frame is the 1 minute time frame. You need a trainer for this, Eddie says. Yeah, let me know if you need any help setting up your, navigating and creating your account for these. And if you need help navigating these applications, just let me know. All right, so 8:44. Let's zoom in. 8:44. Okay, so this candle here, let's mark this one. And then 8:55 was the other entry. 8:55. Okay, so let's mark this one. $8.55. Now, this was tricky because let me show you what happened. Let me show you all what happened. Let me adjust this screen really quick so you all can see this. Okay, here's what happened. Remember, same thing I mentioned during the mock trade for Qs. We're using the breakout and retest strategy. Okay, breakout and retest strategy. So with AMD, we mark out these key levels. I'm using the 5-minute opening range. This is the 5-minute high. This is the 5-minute low. I can use my pointer, but I'm just gonna, briefly talk about this because I want you all to see this on the chart clearly. So I wanted to pull closer to the chart with my phone. So we waited for the breakout, and we had that. So we continued this breakout, and then we had this nice pullback in one candle. Remember, we're on the 1 minute time frame, so every candle that you see here is 60 seconds in duration. And so we had this nice pullback towards the 5-minute high, right? And if you notice this next candle after this strong down close candle, which represents sellers, the purple represents sellers, green represents buyers. This candle here reached close enough. It pulled back close enough to this pricing zone, right? I talked about this in the pre-market prep. that we just wanted to pull near the zone. It doesn't have to touch it exactly, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It can even break slightly below it, and that'll still be fine. It will still count. But then what happened is what we're looking for is an indication that buyers are going to continue to step in and push the price higher, right? So I actually entered the initial position here. Now I want to talk about the cheaper contracts. These are the lower delta contracts. Something weird happened that I did not expect. So I have to do some investigation. I have to conduct some investigation on this to find out what happened. But these are the contracts that I bought. If I go back to, oops, if we go back to when I bought these contracts, see, I bought 80 contracts, right? 80 contracts of the 192.50 calls. 192.50 calls. Each contract was $35. I know it looks like 35 cents, but you have to move the decimal over 2 places, and that will give you the whole dollar amount. So it's actually $35 per contract, and I bought 80 of them. Okay. And then at 8:55. Well, before I even get to that, hold on. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind first. Let's go back to the chart. When I bought them, remember I marked out this is the first entry on this candle here. This is where I entered the candle, entered the 80 contract position. And then this candle here is where I entered at 8:55. Okay, so I had to do 2 positions, and let me talk about why. So this one here was the 80 contracts that were the cheaper delta contracts. And I don't know why they were so cheap. Besides what I could visually see interpreting from the screen, it was so far away, right? Remember, they were the 192 calls, 192.50 calls. If you jump over here, that's $10 away, right? Well, even more than that because we're down here. Let's see that white line. This is 178. So yeah, we were really far away. And the contracts, for whatever reason, expired in 2 days. They expired in 2 days. I bought them today. Did it say 2 days or 1 day? Let me double check that before hold on. Let me double check that really quick. Was it 2 days? August 1. So yeah, 2 days. Wait, when is August 1? Is that tomorrow? Let me double check this calendar. Yeah, 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. What platform? What platform, Phoebe? So you're looking right now on the screen, what you see right here. This is Thinkorswim. The charting tool, though, that's tradingview.com. So this right here is tradingview.com. Thank you for the pointing that. I just saw it, but I saw it too late. Apologize. So yeah, this is when so I have to do some investigating here to find out. Now I've been trading these cheaper contracts for, like I said, 3 months, testing them out. And so something happened odd today that I hadn't experienced before. And I have to double check when the other contracts expired, because typically I was getting contracts that were 3 to 7 days out. This one happened to be 2 days, and they were much cheaper than like you saw, they were $35 a contract, and I'm at least, close to that $100, mark. So I'm not sure why, but when I got in here, we had a nice uptick, so it jumped up in the green. So I was in the green in that position. I think it reached as high as I want to say like $60. And then we had this significant drop, right? So it stepped in aggressively and pushed the price way down. Remember, I said depending on where you enter your position, you have to consider the risk towards your stop loss limit. My stop loss limit, this is the candle I entered in on. So you have two ways to determine your stop loss limit. You can have a set dollar amount or a set percentage, or you can use the chart itself and just judge based on where you entered the position. So if you enter here, then you want to be a stop below where the most recent down close candle was, right? So typically, you could have made the stop like somewhere here, or just like either here, here, or just a 5 minute. It just depends on how much risk you're willing to tolerate, right? But anyway, so I sat through all of this, right? I entered at the top at the close of this up close candle, and then look at that. I mean, that was crazy. So I was down. I want to be 1,000% transparent about this. I was down on this contract like, man, I think it reached as high as like $600. It was crazy. It was like $600. But this had never happened to me before, and I never bought 80 contracts of those cheaper Delta contracts. So obviously, 80 contracts is a lot, right? So, but they were $35 a con, and so yeah, so that's what happened. Then what I decided to do was I was gonna hold these. I was gonna hold these, but let me tell you when I got rid of them. First, let's take a look at what happened here. So we did begin to recover, but look at this. I entered here. This is the real part. This is the weird part. Soon as we had this drop, I'm down like 500, 600 bucks. Soon as we had the recovery though, I'm above, price is now above my entry point, right? Price is above my entry point, but I'm still in the negative. This is the first time this has happened to me. This is the first time this has happened to me for these lower Delta contracts. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me pause and make sure I'm not missing you all's questions. Was there any news around AMD today? So remember I talked about in Forex Factory checking the scheduled news. So that's a good question. See, you've been paying attention. So remember today was heavy, right? We had news all throughout from starting at 2 a.m. All right, we had red and orange folder news all throughout the day, right? Just dropping all day. And then along with the FOMC press conference with the Fed speaking as well as Trump, all of this. So when you have that type of scheduled news, all of this could either negatively impact the direction of the market or positively impact the direction. So yeah, that's why it was so choppy. Look at how choppy it was. And you saw we were in the Q's mock trade just a moment ago, right? Earlier. And look how suddenly it dropped, right? Because we were approaching the Trump speech right after the Fed had spoke, right? So let me answer some more questions. Sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Phoebe says, how long have you been trading options? So I began trading options toward the end of April. I've been trading consistently since the end of April. At the end of April, that's when I began, when I joined my mentor's mentorship program. I paid $3,500 for it. I obviously, like I've been telling people, like, yeah, for me, I have the money. I've been working as a software engineer for the past 2 years, so that's making a six-figure salary. So I had the money, right? What I did was in 2024, I was looking to walk. I needed to walk away from my job because it was too stressful. I was working 60-hour weeks. It wasn't the job itself. It was just the company I was working for. It was just very, very stressful. Anyway, 2024 is when I began conducting my research into trading stock options. And then in 2025, was fortunate enough to find this mentor, and that's when I joined his mentorship. And I've been trading live with him, learning from him since April, end of April this year. Let's see. Any other questions? Yeah, so look at what happened. So we're above, price is now above my entry, but I'm still down. So I was down as high as 600 bucks, right? Like 600 bucks, I think it was, if I recall correctly. But the needle didn't move. Now, you do need, here's what I do know for these cheaper contracts, these lower delta contracts, you do need movement. Okay. You need speed and momentum because the variables, AKA the Greeks that I mentioned earlier, they will negatively impact your position. And they did so with my position here, right, today with those 80 cons because they were not moving. Again, we are so far away from the strike price, um, but that hadn't been my experience before, right? So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research to find out why that happened because two things I looked at. I looked at this price point where we reached above my point of entry for those 80 cons and this candle here. Look at the strength on that candle. Why was I still down $200 even on this candle? Okay. If anyone in the live chat knows why, and you can answer this for me, that would be great. But I don't know why. This is the first time this happened to me in the 3 months I've been testing these lower delta contracts. Okay. But this was crazy. So this, and then this nice push here, still down 200, still down 200. And so that was crazy. Let's see. Oops. You said Phoebe. You said how far back in history did you look? What do you mean? How far back in history? Could you elaborate a little bit more? I just want to make sure I'm answering your question specifically. Uh, Go together juice. Is that? Oh no, I'm sorry. Go get a juice. Go get a juice. I like the handle. You said, do you trade futures? No, no, I don't. I haven't began trading futures. I will some point in the future, but trading options has been the focus for 2025. Phoebe says, a year ago at that price point. Oh, a year ago at that price point, seller was in the house. Could you elaborate for me? Sorry, a year ago. So you're saying on the monthly chart 12 months ago? I'm assuming you mean on the monthly chart, looking back a year ago from that point. Okay. So if I go back a year and then what's if you want, I can add you as a co-host. Do you want to explain it? I can add you as a co-host, Phoebe, if you want. You said no. No, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, I got you. I got you. Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were explaining like I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, I got you, Phoebe. So yeah, so no, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more digging. So I wanted to talk about this trade because what I did during this trade for those 80 lower delta contracts, they so the weird thing is so the first thing mentally that stuck out to me was I said, wait, these contracts are so cheap. They're too cheap. These are cheaper than what I normally get. So I try to get closer to that $100 range. Um, and to be like within like 10 bucks of the strike price, right? Wherever the current price is, I want to be 10 bucks, yeah, like near that range, right? Somewhere around there. It doesn't have to be perfect, just near that range, right? Because once you get speed and momentum, then those everything begins to work in your favor, and you'll see how quickly the value of those cons will move. right? And so, but what I did to offset that position is I at 8:55 I entered a new position with the point four. Was it point four or point five? I think it was point five Delta contracts, right? So I bought 30 contracts of those to offset the 80 that I had bought that wasn't moving. Okay. So this was just to protect my position. And then I went, as you can see, we had this immediate drop, but I had already set my stop to sit through this because I was looking at the context, given the strength of AMD, we didn't fall below the 5-minute high. So I was like, man, I'm gonna just have to try to sit through this. Hopefully it works out eventually. But I'm gonna have to bear through this and sit through it. So I didn't panic. I didn't like to see this. I didn't want to see this. But it did happen. Okay. This is right after I got into the trade. Boom. We fell. All right. And it was crazy. And so after that, what I decided to do, once price was trying to push up, we were consolidating. You can see this looks like consolidation, right? We're not really jumping too far high and we're not dropping too far low. So we were definitely consolidating, right? After this nice aggressive push. So this is an example of what I'm saying to you all. Before that, you can have a nice push. You don't want to chase price because at any point, the stock price could drop. It could fall, it could reverse, it could be a significant pullback. And so you just don't want to be caught up in stuff like that. So I was in it. It was too late. I think I suffered a drawdown as high as 20% of my 25% on the first position, and then close to 7% on the second position. I never quite reached 7% on the second position, although this was a significant drop on the. You know what? Let me restate that. I think I might have reached as high as 10%. So let's just assume it was 10 to like 12% on the second position. But then we started to make headway, right? Qs and SPY started to trend up. There was a nice push on Qs at this time. I was watching Qs and SPY closely during this trade. So every time Qs and SPY failed, that's when we had these down close candles. Every time QQQ and SPY failed, we had these down close candles. So with AMD, when Qs and SPY is trending up, then it's likely that AMD will do the same. And so we had this nice push here. Wait, when did I get out? Let me double check the time when I got out, because I think I got out on that candle. Let's see, 9:18 is here. All right. So right after this push, I got out on the next push. We did push higher, but remember I talked about sometimes you just don't want to risk it. Sometimes you don't want to risk it. Because look at what happened. I was looking for the exit. So me personally, I do not like sitting in consolidation. First of all, I don't like the mental cost of sitting through this stuff. Like, so I like to be in and out. And I had 2 chances prior to this to get out, but I waited. And as soon as I got my third final opportunity to get out, that's when I got out. So I got out on this candle, and that was up. So the second position made. So remember, I lost $200 at this point for the first position. That was the 80 cons, right? That was $35 each. So I was down 200 on that one. So with the second position, obviously to have a net gain of 562, I was well over 700, right? $700 on that second position. I could have waited because I probably would have reached like 1,000, probably 1,000 on either of these candles here. But I was like, nah, I'm out. I'd rather have some sort of green day than try to maximize profits like I've been sharing with you all. So Let me pause and see if you all have any questions about that trade. It was crazy. It was a mess. It was a mess. All right. It was a mess. Let's see. LJ, appreciate you, LJ. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone. Thank you all for tuning in, dropping in, and for the likes, the subscribes, or excuse me, the likes, the follows, and so on, and all the support. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm just here to help any way I can. Coach K, Coach KJ, I see you. Thank you. Appreciate you dropping in. You said people need to learn this. Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm sharing everything for free that I've been learning from my mentor and continue to learn. And I also am sharing a lot more. All right. So let's see. So can you can have lots of people to learn? Yeah, definitely, bro. Ask them all to share your live. Yeah, a lot. Yo, I've been having quite a few people, tap, to share the live. So I really appreciate all those who are, been supporting. Um, and because I'm not even asking anyone to like, it's not transactional, right? It's not transactional. I'm offering this for free with nothing in return. I just want people to learn this skill, all right? Because it's just that fundamental, right? Let's see. Phoebe says thank you. You're welcome, Phoebe. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Uh, Go get a juice. You sent the DM to put you in the free community. All right, let me pause there and let me see if I see you in the DM. Okay, I see you. Let me go ahead and get you squared away. I'll send you the free link right now. All right. I mean, the link to the free community right now. All right. Let me make sure. Decree with a Dree. I got you. I see your request. Also, let's see. Did I? I don't remember. Decree with a Dree. I don't remember. What did I say? What did I say exactly? Can you elaborate? Just let me know what I said exactly, and I'll uh, I'll get that over to you. But here's the link to the free community. Here's the link to the free community. All right, so Decree with the Dree. I just sent you the link to the free community. Go get a juice. I already sent your link. Queenly, let's see. Hi, I want to know if I can get in. Yes, Queenly, I got you. I'm not sure if you're still on. I know you had your little one to take care of. So if you are still on, let me get you squared away as well. Okay, Queenly, if you're still on, I'm not sure if you are, but I just sent you the link to the free community also. And let's see, Rosalind. All right, so let me know if any of you have any trouble. If you get blocked anywhere, just let me know and I'll help get you unblocked. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Oops. Let's see. Saved 85. You said I appreciate you helping us. I listen. I love all y'all. I appreciate all the love and support. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to help. All right. Anytime. Nika Williams says, thank you for sharing. You are very, 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 very welcome, Nika. Phoebe, I'm trying to learn. I got you, Phoebe. Did you did you send a DM for the or for the free community? If you send me a DM, Phoebe, I will send you a invite link so you can join the free community, and we can get you started. We can get you started. It's all free. It's all free. When do you go live? So all of that information is in the free community as well. But yeah, I go live um, every day for the pre-market prep for the pre-market prep. This is before the market opens. And then I go over my game plan and a couple of other things, right? So I do that every day before the market opens at 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay. If you can't catch the live for any reason, you can also DM me for the replays, and I'll send you one single link that you can use to access all future replays. Now, for those of you who've been waiting for the previous replays, the problem that I had so far was that the replays were so long. I got to break them up because the platforms don't want to accept them because they're so long. So they will be uploaded this week, though. Do not worry. I will get every single one of them uploaded. Okay. But yeah, that's when I go live. And then on Fridays, I share free access via my live to watch my mentor trade the breakout and retest strategy. All right. So you can catch that live in action on Fridays when the market opens at 8:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. If you can't catch the live, like I said, you can always DM me for the replays. Coach KJ, yes, ask everybody to share the live right now. Yo, appreciate you, Coach KJ. Yo, y'all heard the coach. We got to listen to the coach, man. All right, the coach is in the building. We got to listen to the coach. Can everyone please, if it's no hassle, if your hands are free, if you're not too busy, taking care of your little ones or whatnot, because I know some of you single mothers and mothers out there, period, man, y'all be doing a lot. Yeah, y'all be multitasking, and uh, and I struggle with just trying to stay focused on one thing. All right, so I appreciate all of you. So yeah, if you've been sharing, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Um, Man, I shouldn't even have said mothers because now I miss my mom. She had passed away. Um, man, I was just wishing she was here so she could see her son. Let's see. Brilliant. What's up, Brilliant? Good day, everyone. Yeah, I see you. I'm glad you made it in the building. Appreciate you. Let's see. Decree with the dream. That's let's see. That's what I was asking you for the replays. Oh, okay. Yeah, I appreciate the condolences. Yeah, man. Man, that just makes me. I'm gonna be sad about it when I leave this live. I know that. Yeah. It's hard, man. It's just hard. It's hard. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. So let me see. I think I got some more requests. Chico, I see you. I see you. Let's see. I'm gonna get you squared away right now. Let me send you the link to the free community. And those of you who already just joined the free community, give me a second. I'm going to set your permissions after I send these invites. And give me 1 second. I'll set your permission. And then all you will need to do is refresh your browser window, and then you'll see the trading channels. Hey, Phoebe, I see you. Let me send you the invite to the free community. And let me know if you all want to check to make sure you can access the free community. I will hang back on this live and make sure everyone gets in and that you have the proper access. So if you want me to hang back, I can do that. I don't have a problem doing that. If you want to check and make sure that you can get in today or right now. For those of you who are already in, I see Antonio C and I see you JH530. So give me a second to quickly set your permissions and you will be good to go. I'll give you the signal when to refresh your browser. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna be super sad about that when I get off this live, man. All right, JH530, you're up first. Let me set your positions here, your permissions, and then you are good to go, JH530. All you need to do is refresh your browser window, and then you'll be able to see the trading channels off to your left in the left navigation pane. If you're on the laptop or something, on the mobile view, it looks a little different. But yeah, you'll see those channels. All right, let me refresh. Adri, I see you. Give me a second to set your permissions. Antonio, I did see you. I don't know what happened. You disappeared. Let me give it a minute. I'll refresh Antonio C and see if I see you. Adri, give me a second. I'm going to set your permissions right now. Okay, Adri, all you have to do is refresh your browser, and then you will see the trading channels off to your left. For those of you who just joined the free community, keep in mind, don't be afraid to ask as many questions as you feel necessary. The goal is to help you learn. This is all for free. So I want you all to learn as much as you can, as quickly as you can, so you can begin growing your money. All right. So that's the goal. That's the number one goal. Let me refresh. Yeah, you were on the list, Antonio. I don't know what happened. You disappeared. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. LJ says, Ace, my mom passed away 5 years ago. Pain lessons, but never goes away. Man, my condolences to you too, LJ. Man, you hit the nail on the head with that, man. Like, that's crazy, man. Thank you for that. Cause like, man, it feels like it never will, man. Just like, I don't know, man. It's just like those moments and you just start thinking about everything, right? The missed phone calls, like, and oh man, I don't even want to go there because I won't even be able to. Man, I appreciate you, LJ. Thank you, man. Island Child Creation says you're not alone. I appreciate. Man, like it hurts. It really does, man. It really does. Let's see. Brilliant says, I appreciate, man. Yo, I really appreciate y'all, man. From the bottom of my heart, man, I'm touched, like very, very touched, man. For real. Man, y'all gonna have me shedding tears up in here, man. Back in the day, like when we was being raised as men, they like, yo, men don't cry. But man, I'm telling you, it hurts. It hurts. Let's see. I know your mom will definitely be proud. You're upstanding, man. Appreciate you, brilliant. Appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate all of y'all. Decree, you got it. You're in. Yep. So I got you squared away. Appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's see. Unique. Is it unique? What broker do you use? I use Thinkorswim. I use Thinkorswim. You can use any broker. I'll help you with whatever broker you decide to use. I'm pretty tech savvy, so it would be easier if you decide to use Thinkorswim. But I'm not really focused on easy. I just want to make sure that you learn what what you want to learn, and so we can proceed with whatever brokerage you decide to use. All right. Decree says thumbs up, you're good. Let's see. Aiden, what's up? How do I start? I have all the apps, but I don't know what to do. Tap in, Aiden. Here's what you could do. There is no obligation for any access to information. All right. So if you want, you could join the free community because it's easier to chat and answer questions in an organized and efficient manner. Plus, we can do one-on-ones, and then you can also learn from the group because the group is learning. And as you might have noticed already, there are many people who have already joined the free community, and they're helping out voluntarily in this live chat as we speak. Um, so yeah, if you want, you can join the free community. To do that, all you have to do is DM me. I'll get you on a beginner's path to begin learning. All right, and so we'll be going live every week to practice. I'll be demonstrating what I've been learning and sharing just everything, and just answering everyone's questions, helping you learn at your own pace. So just tap in, Aiden, and we got you, man. We got you. Brilliant says, I listened to what y'all said yesterday when it comes to entering my trade and made $45 a day. You did? Brilliant. Congrats. Congrats. That's what I'm talking about. $45. Listen, tell me how long did it take? Tell me how long was the duration of the trade? I'm super proud of you. Super proud of you. I love it. Drift. Is it Drift? I think that's right. What apps to get started? So you only really need, uh, truthfully, you only need one app. And that's the brokerage account that you decide to use. But this free charting tool that you see on my screen, this is TradingView. It's just better visually. It has a better visual appeal, right? So that's why many traders use it. But there are plenty of options out there. There are plenty of paid options and free options. This is a free option, and a lot of traders use it. So this is TradingView. I use Thinkorswim, but you could choose whatever brokerage you feel most comfortable with. It's up to you. It's really up to you. LJ says, "Trust me, I know." Thank you, man. I know, man. It's like, man, it was hard for me to contain myself in that moment, man. Like right there, that was hard. You say you love us. We love you, brother. Appreciate y'all, man. Like the support y'all been giving, man. That's why I'm just happy to be here, and I'm happy that you all are here with me. The Creed with the Adri. Yes, thanks again. You're welcome. You're welcome. Very, very welcome. Phoebe, I didn't get in. Will you send the link again? Let me see, Phoebe. Let me get you. Let me get you squared away. Okay, so here's what you do. Here's what you can do. Are you on your mobile device, Phoebe? I'm assuming you're on your mobile device. I just sent you another DM with just the link, to the free community. All right, no text. So what you need to do is simply long press on the message containing the URL only, and then it should bring up a dialog window to allow you to select copy, and then you can paste that in any browser that you have available on your smartphone, and that should help navigate you to the free community. Let me know if you get blocked. If you still have any difficulty, I'm here. I will help get you unblocked so you can get in properly. Let's see. Phoebe, yes. Let's see. Thank you. Brilliant says thank you. It took me 30. Now that's what I'm talking about. Do you know how many people make $45 in an hour? All right. When like that's what I'm, that's amazing. 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 Brilliant. Please feel free to share your results in the free community. Let people know. And you did that with one contract. Yo, that's what's up. That's what's up. I love it. Please share that in the free community. Brilliant. Let people know. Do it in the you can do it in the general chat too, but do it in the Traders Lab main. Let everyone know. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Phoebe says, "Okay, I'll try again." Yeah, let me know, Phoebe. I'm right here, so I'm here with you. I will help get you unblocked. Okay, if you get stuck. If you get stuck. Let's see. Is there anyone else? I see you, Adri. I see you. All right, let me make sure. I think I got everybody so far. Make sure. Change. Is it change mem? Mem? Oh, change me. Change me MT25. Is that right? Did I say that right? Change me MT25. I think that's how you say it, right? I'm not sure. I apologize if I messed up the handle, if I didn't say it correctly. Let's see. I see you. I'm going to send you the invite to the free community. All right. And then I'm going to just send you the link by itself. I'm going to send you the link by itself. So that way you could just long press on the link. I mean, the message containing the link, copy, and then paste that into your browser. All right. Brilliant. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, that is amazing. Brilliant. I love that. I love that. I'm super proud, super, super proud and happy for you. That is amazing. The first, so I've been going live so far, right, for 2 weeks. Brilliant. And the fact that within 2 weeks, you made $45 with one contract, that is a huge testimony. So I love it, love it, love it, love it. I was just so my auntie was here today, so I have my aunts and uncles, they've been watching what I've been doing on social media, and they were like, "Hey, is that something I can learn?" Because you said, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah." So I was just walking my auntie through. This is the second time. So today was her second day. She tapped in with me. She came by to visit, and so we just set up her brokerage account through Thinkorswim. So I was just explaining everything to her the first day that she tapped in, and she's in her early 60s. She's in her early 60s. I'm 46. I'm 46 large. All right. So she's in her early 60s. My uncle is in his 70s. So yeah, man, they all tapping in, and I'm like, I'm getting them squared away too. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get everyone squared away. So yeah, it's amazing. So I'm super, super excited for you. Happy for you, brilliant. Appreciate that. I love it, love it, love it. All right, everyone. So I think that's it. I don't have anything else. LJ, you are a blessing, bro. I appreciate you, LJ. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate you. Um, yeah, I don't have anything else today. So remember, we have 2 days left in the week of July. My mentor said, based on his experience, expect August to be pretty slow. He's been trading for like 7 years, over 7 years, and he said expect August to be slow. So keep an eye out on that, and keep in mind we're still waiting for the tariff news between the U.S. and China. Keep that in mind. We're still waiting. So uh, try not to be in positions too long. If you do decide to enter into any positions, just keep in mind we're still waiting for that. Um, so just keep abreast on the news to help you make a more informed decision. All right, but stay alert. All right. So he said, based on his experience, August may be slow. So I'm going to be very, very cautious taking trades in August. So I just wanted to let you all know that. All right. Let's see. Brilliant. Elevating your family financially is elite. Yo, I'm still in that phrase. I'm still in that. All right. I'm still in that. I'm still in that. Appreciate you, brilliant. I love that. I love that. Yo, something about that word, elite. I don't know. I love it. Just the way it just, I don't know. The way my mind is just digesting that. It's just, I love it. Like financially is elite. Like that's dope. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all for tapping in. Like I said, don't be afraid to ask as many questions as necessary. All right, everyone, I'm going to drop the mic right here in this live, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. If you can join the live pre-market and stay tuned for the Friday session. All right, so see you all later. Thank you all for your kind words, your support, likes, follows, and everything. All right, I love y'all, family. Later. Appreciate y'all.